Hey guys, now we're going to mount the sight to the bow, which is a very simple process, just 2 little bolts. What you need is an Allen set or the T-handles, or if you don't have that, if they sell just a little set at any part store that you can use. Usually your sights come with 2 screws, and you're going to mount it right here in these sight holes, which is just a little ways above your rest. And if there's any camo finish in there, you might want to get a tap and screw down through there to clean that out so you don't bind up and maybe strip the head of the bolt out. And by the head I mean that little slot hole right there. It's real easy to do sometimes. You can use about any sight, they're all about the same. We use AXT sights because they have about the brightest fiber optics I've ever seen. They come with a good light. They're all metal, and they're a toolless. You don't have to have tools to loosen these up and adjust them, and they're micro adjust, so they go click, 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 which means that if you need to make an adjustment, you can loosen these up, and it doesn't fall all the way to the left or the right. You don't over adjust. It's a mechanically driven adjustment. If you look right here, you can see some little threads right there. So with that, you just loosen up your horizontal, and you can twist it to clockwise or counterclockwise, and it moves it left or right, whatever you need to do. But it does so just a little bit at a time, so if you're just a little bit right of where you want to be, you can loosen that up and go click, 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 and just move it just a hair if you need to, and it makes it ultra precise. So the other thing that I like about them is it also has a little bit of third axis adjustment, which you loosen these screws and you can see it's got a gradient marked right there. And what that does is when your sight is bolted to the riser, you're literally adjusting the housing like this so that when you bolt it on, you can adjust it to make it level with your bow. So you settle string level on and level the string, and then you can loosen your housing up, and you can see it's got a nice little sight bulb right there, and you just adjust it till they both read the same, which is not too difficult. But anyway, so we're going to bolt this on. And I always like mine out just a little bit farther because it fits my peep sight very well. Start your bolt a little bit, and don't snug it down too tight. You can kind of crank it in there a little bit, and you'll feel it kind of nudge down right there. Just stop. That way you've still got a little adjustment. And then just line your next hole up. Attach the bolt to your little Allen wrench like that, and it should slide right in. And just watch your screw and make sure it's going in there nice and straight so you don't cross thread. And usually most of the newer bows are a lot less vibration than what they used to be, so you don't really have a lot of trouble with the bolts backing out. But if you do, you can put a little string wax on the threads, or blue Loctite. It just takes a tiny bit. Oops, let's see if I can get that lined up back in there. And so you don't have to overdo it because it is just aluminum, so it doesn't need to be over tight. So there it is, as you can see, easily mounted on. Everything's clear, no vibrations. So there we go.